Hey everybody, it's Crypto Steve, and check it out. I'm at 129 subscribers, trying to break 130, and maybe gonna make it to 200, 300 someday. I'm just gonna keep making my videos. As my channel's kind of small, if you do watch my videos, besides commenting on what they're about, any tips would be interesting to know. Like, would you want to see me in the corner of my videos? I don't do that because I feel like it would just distract from the project and it might not be that important to see my mug. But maybe I'll do a couple videos where I let you see who I am, if that would maybe get some more trust with people. I still also love to hear from you about projects that you'd like to see me review. I do review projects sometimes that people call out. I did that when I did Score Milk. I did that when I looked at Uswap. I picked Wise Token all by myself. I also am going to work on some playlists so that my channel's laid out a little bit better. I'm starting to get enough of you watching my videos to where if you want to see the Tron stuff, I feel like that should be connected. If you want to see the Splinterlands and the Gala Games stuff, that should be connected. And if you want to see Ethereum projects, then as I do more of those, I will have a playlist of them. I've really only done the one on Wise. And then I also do like the social media platforms. I'm on Hive, I'm on Steam, I'm on SoMe Social. So I have a video on a lot of those. I'm a big fan of Celsius Network, so I have that video, and I might just do more of those because that's been one of my most rewarding programs to be part of. So I'm gonna kind of spread these out and try to make this look a little better, because I have to admit, some of you might come here and be like, I don't want to see the Splinterlands stuff, I just want to see the Tron stuff. My Splinterlands people might not want to see the Tron stuff because I know there's some mixed relationships there. And then today, now that I've done just a little bit of talking to you, I'm going to be doing a quick update on a few of the projects I've covered recently, and that is that I'm still in and I'm staking tokens in. And that is the CSE, the community staking experiment, and the Moon staking platform, and Ape Tron. So we'll start with Ape Tron. Ape Tron, I just did a video on it. It's got an okay amount of views for me, not as many as I was hoping. I feel like the DeFi hype in Tron is wearing off. A lot of us got burned, and we got burned by a project that looked just like Ape Tron, right? It was called Shark Tron. It had the same mining table. It had the same idea to launch these other platforms. Shark Tron only got the DICE one rolling. And then before they really got the DeFi or the swap built, they scammed us, or he scammed us, depending on what you believe. Everybody said it was just the one owner who took all the Tron, and that's still playing out with some legal issues and with the Tron Foundation. I haven't gotten my Tron back. I had invested around 5,000 into that project, and I did go ahead and invest 1,600 into here. Luckily, there's lots of ways to make Tron, and my Tron is going up, and I've almost made back the 5,000 I lost in other projects, and that's kind of why I'm still able to risk some Tron in here. The big makers that I have been making money on are Toucan Air. We could take a quick look at that as well. Betfury, the CSE experiment, and the Moons experiment. So the big news on Ape Tron is they did miss their launch of DICE. This is concerning. They've still been active admins in their Telegram group, and I can go ahead and bring this up. It's not as active as it was, and the member group, it's grown a little bit from when it started, but only about 300 members. So we're not really growing this in the kind of ways that I'd like to see. They did do a fun little thing, and as a sorry to the community, they did some rain. They did some chat, and some of us, I got to figure out how to get the TRX that I got rained. I don't know, it was like 10, 15 TRX. But they were raining out a lot. They were raining out 1,000 at a time to the different people. And so there's just been a lot of people talking. The people who are in here seem to be into the project. There's been the race. So it hasn't turned totally toxic yet, but it's died down a little bit. And there's a little bit of worry anytime anybody misses any kind of target of something being launched. There is an announcement here. Their announcement channel, they did say that basically they were trying to be too aggressive to make sure that it was launched properly and right. They would try to take a little bit more time. this is kind of understandable in today's world. You got COVID shutting down a lot of businesses, making a lot of people not be able to work, or just other strife in the world that can legitimately make this happen. But it is a little bit of a worry. I have taken some of my rewards off of the platform. So far, I've farmed around 117 of these. By staking 1,600, I gave them 160 TRX when they get their 10% cut when I unstake. So I need to earn, because at this value here is a little bit off. It's not quite 1.1 TRX right now. It's like 1.07 when I looked on JustSwap. But this number's been they updated. It's been moving, so that's okay. I need to farm for about a day, and then I could take my TRX out, and if I sold all my ape, I would break even, or I would just have invested like 160. I'm starting to think sometimes with some of these programs, instead of staking, if there's an initial dump of the token, you could just buy them. That's just an opinion of mine. I still feel somewhat comfortable staking on this platform, so I'm probably going to do it a little bit longer, till around level 3 or level 4, and then I might remove my TRX. I'll have to decide if DICE is out and launched and it's working well and the audit checks out and everything is clean like this audit checked out, then I will be more comfortable with leaving it here. But I do worry about farming a token that's not worth much if they don't get this next part of their projects running. I am happy that they haven't disappeared. There haven't been any big scams. They've given back some stuff to the community. They've been kind of transparent in talking. So that stuff is good. There hasn't been a rug pull yet in their liquidity pool. So see, like I said, it's almost 0.1, right? 0.09. It's very close. And it's been fluctuating up and down. If you go through their transaction log at the beginning, it was all sell. So Ape, it was all people dumping. But now you're seeing the occasional buy. And if you go through here, let's see, there's another one here. There's somebody that came in. Oh, that's almost nothing, but they did buy a Ape token. Here's another one. That's a bigger one, $28. Here's a couple more, $6, $5. So you're having some people coming in, risking a few dollars to get a handful of the Ape tokens. There's a little buy. But so you can actually find buys. There was also a couple really big buys. Well, there's a $30 one. That's a $17 one. I know none of these are mind-boggling numbers, but there's also not mind-boggling sells, right? There's like a $55 sell. But most of them are in this medium range, and there was a couple of like $1,000 if you dig back through the log. With DICE not coming out, I decided to throw the current Ape tokens I have last night into the liquidity pool. So I'll leave it there. My pool tokens will grow, and if the delay causes Ape to tank, but they do launch, then I'll be able to pull this out, and I'll have gotten a bit more Ape token, and my TRX will go down because that's the way the liquidity pools work. But there'll also be a lot of trading, so I should get a tiny bit more from the fees of a lot of people coming here and selling. And I feel like staking in a liquidity pool like this, if the project lasts, given you'd have to stake more than me to make any serious money, but I'm just testing all of this out, it would be good. You'd make good returns on projects like this because lots of people are dumping. If you're okay with getting their token though, because traditionally the price just tanks on a lot of these projects, and it's because people are staking, getting them for free, and the only reason to keep them is to speculate on the price going up. And the only reason to speculate that's going to happen is if the team is very transparent, very talking, hitting goals, and that's why this little hiccup with them being late with their first secondary launch, especially on a project that has a timed mining table, it gets rough. We're only in stage 2 of the mining thing, and we're not gonna mine through it super duper fast, but it's not a super slow table either. So if you get near those upper levels and you still don't have the DICE token launched, another platform where we can use the Ape token to farm lemur or stake it in another way or some other plan, the price is going to go down. So come on, team. I know you're working on it. I know you're tired of people asking you, but that DICE platform does need to come out. Now we're going to take a quick look at the community staking experiment. This is basically a Tron copy of Hex or T2X, which would be just a Tron copy of the Tron copy of Hex, with some minor things changed to make the program a little more fair for the customers and a little more transparent, not having the big complaint with Hex is Richard Hart has all of your ETH, and if he doesn't want to give it back, well, he could just disappear with it. He is a person in public, so him doing that, he'd probably end up in jail or have to live in some country he doesn't want to. So there's a little bit of comfort with that. But this one, basically, they changed up the code. They had a pretty hot start, and then they've been tailing off. They still have a pretty good dividend pool overall. The site is still working perfectly. There's been no problems with it. They're supposed to be reaching out and getting some new stuff going on, so I'm going to make a more in-depth video about this. But if you want to do your own research on the project, see if it interests you. The pools have been going down. So see, just for a little 70 tokens, I might get 9,000 of these tokens. And the staking platform has been working perfectly. There's just one thing that I've been bugging them a tiny bit in the Telegram, and I think more of us need to bug. This doesn't work. I've ended 2 stakes. The ones I did between the 4th and the 12th, and I got my tokens and I got my TRX back. I made good returns, and here I am trying to make a video, the CSE team, and I can't show anybody that I ended stakes. They're just going to think I'm lying. But I did, and it worked. And one thing that worries me a tiny bit with these projects launching kind of similar time frames is moon staking. They also don't show it when you end a stake. Now, I've only ended 1 stake on moon staking, but it worked. I'm coming up on my 2nd stake. Maybe I'll make a live video when I claim this just to show that the claim process works. But they really have to fix that. This should show your ended stakes. I don't understand. The only thing I could think of, I'll try connecting to the site with a VPN. Maybe I'm in the US and it's dicey whether or not I'm even supposed to be using some of these things. I'm a small-time investor, though, so I don't think people are going to come after me for investing $200 into some project. But I could be wrong. So this one, the similar auction thing, really big bang in the beginning, and then it tailed off pretty quick over the next couple days. So now you're getting much more tokens per entry here. But because of the way the staking works, you have to stake even more to get your staked shares. So you do need to get big amounts. See my most recent one, I staked 17K tokens for 13K shares. If you look over here, I shared 5,000. I staked 5,000 and got 5,000. I staked 2,000. I got just under 2. Staked 4, got 3. So you see the diminishing returns here. You're getting less and less actual shares per token the more it goes up. You'll see bigger differences. Down here, it was only like a 500 token difference, and then it was around the same, and then it got here to almost a 900. And it also depends on how much you stake. So bigger stakes might see a less of a difference. But if you look at these first ones, I'm already at 100% interest on this one. I was doing very, very little buys just to test this out. I have a 400% interest on this one, 100 here. So this is going to be great returns as long as the site stays up and keeps working. So far, things are good. I just wanted to kind of show that. The last thing I'll show quickly is the Toucan Air network. This one is by Trevon. He was one of the main guys behind it. It was really farming tokens before farming tokens was called farming tokens, right? You do a TRX investment, you put it in, you watch it grow. You have to watch this grow. This token has to hold value for you to get your money back. That's the way the infinity works. I'm not going to say you should get into this. You have to do your own research on this stuff because I'm just showing you really quickly. But I originally put in 500 TRX. My current value is only 268. This token has not held value very well, but I get this much TRX every day. So if I just wait, this is a waiting game. Over time, as long as I keep getting drips from the pool and I keep on hanging out and rolling my rewards, I'll get my money back on that one. This one has been better for me. So he did provide liquidity on JustSwap with the token, and you will get farmed rewards. I'm getting almost 3 of these per day. So I haven't quite had a day since I last did a withdrawal, but I keep just getting more and more liquidity tokens, putting them in. I'm keeping these at 3 a day, and I'm just getting more and more and more in the pool. You actually get your share of the pool as it grows. So it's all really straightforward. It is kind of all built around the same kind of idea as farming pools. So the token value, whether, how much do you have to farm to be profitable? When is this stuff maybe going to run up and people want to get into it? It all depends. I've seen the value on this token go up and down, up and down. So if I'm in it at the right time, I can start pulling these out and flipping them for more TRX. And hopefully by then, maybe I'll have a bigger share of the pool if other people start pulling out early. That would be the hope. And the other platform that I'm on Tron, that I haven't been as active on recently, I've just been kind of busy, and it's gotten a little bit harder to get free tokens. So I'll go ahead and get logged into this. Is Betfury. So I'm almost at level 2. You can't see that, but I'm at 96%. Basically, when I first joined Betfury, they had a nice faucet here. They were giving away 25 sats for doing a CAPTCHA, and I'm just going to show you that they still have the faucet, but it's down to 10. They do have a really good referral network, so for those of you that have signed up through my referral link, thank you very much. You guys have been helping me grow my staking tokens here. This is a casino, but I do not come here to gamble. I come here to farm the staking token so I can hopefully build up a good passive income stream from the casino by having a decent amount. So you do get a good amount. So see, I'm going to get an extra 994 Satoshis from my referrals. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll be very straightforward. If you sign up and you claim from each time you claim from the faucet, I get a little kickback. And that was a couple days worth. I'm not getting 994 a day. When these boxes show up, I go ahead and take advantage of them. I would like a new one to show up. This one is done, so I'm going to pull this back. So you'll see these boxes, just you put Bitcoin in. You can actually withdraw it as the green bar goes up if you want to, but just for tracking and to make sure I don't accidentally spend any of my Bitcoin on the... let's go ahead and I have some cash back too, so I can show you that. I don't want to spend, because I put some Bitcoin on here specifically to use these boxes to make money. I put originally 0.0035. I'm up to 0.0053. That's a great return in Bitcoin. I did put some TRX on here, about 500, and I lost all of that. So I'm a little bit profitable. But here's the big thing. I've been farming these staking tokens. As you can see, if you're more of a whale, having 1,000 of these wouldn't impress you that much. But we'll go ahead and go over to the staking platform. So this number's been pretty stable in the 120s. It used to be in the 70s. It grew up to the 120s. And now with Bitcoin going up, it's kind of just stayed there. I imagine with Bitcoin in a pump, a lot of people don't want to risk losing their Bitcoin right now. Some people might be getting ready to sell it and try to get back into it and then come back here and do some farming. The farming of the tokens, you have to bet this much Bitcoin per token to get one. And that is just bet it. So you could bet 100 Satoshis 79 times, and if you win most of those bets with a 95% chance to win, you would get one. If you want to go through my videos, I do have a lot of different Betfury videos that will teach you how to mine, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and put those in a string for everybody. I doubt most of you will have hung out till this far, but as you can see, I got 2,000 more. So overall, I just collected 10, then 1,000, then 2,800, So a decent amount of BTC. I get, if you look here, for 1,000 tokens, I'm currently getting 1,076 token. I'm getting just under 700 if I were to get paid out right now. There's still 4 hours to go. This could tick up a little bit, and that could tick up a tiny bit. I was trying to get this to 1,000 a day, so I need to farm I'd probably try to get to 2,000 tokens. So basically everything I just claimed and I won, and if I go to the cash back, I have a little bit of Bitcoin cash back. They do give you some of the money back that you lose. So what I would do at this point, if I don't feel like trying the dice, even though the dice one is more dangerous but more profitable, I just go to Keno. I play the exact same numbers. If you want to steal my numbers, I play this. I take the bet down to 50 Satoshis a bet. I do a stop loss. A stop on profit of 1,000 Satoshis. Because I'm only betting 50, so if I hit one of these big ones and win 1,000, I just want to start the auto betting over again. But now and then I risk 3,000 or 4,000 Satoshis, depending on how many I'm farming. I just farmed well over 3,000, so I'll go ahead and bet those, and that'll farm me these BFG tokens. And so at the end of the round, sometimes I get for 3,000 tokens, I can get anywhere playing Keno. On a bad day with no luck, I might only get, 10, maybe 15. I'm sorry, 5. On a good day, I get 15 to 20. So it depends. And as the amount of Bitcoin that it costs to earn these goes up and up and up, I would have to bet more or put more on the risk to get the same kind of return. But you just start it up, and then you can walk away, and this will keep going. See? So I lost the first bet, but I got at least 2 back. I was hoping I'd show you a couple wins in a row, because typically you can do a pretty good job here of just winning very small bets. The other strategy would be to do the dice on like a 90 or 95% win rate. The issue with that, I find, is you're only winning 1.1 times your bet every time. So a streak of a lot of losses in a row, which I've seen happen in dice, it'll just eat you up. When you play Keno, you're winning that 1.1 a lot of times and 1.3 sometimes, and then every once in a while you're going to get lucky and you're going to hit a 1.6 or a 2.5, and then about 2-3 times a month I hit that times 50, and one times I've hit the times 235. I've never hit the 900, but anytime I hit one of those, that's a pretty good payout. It's over 2,000 Satoshis on the 50. So unless I hit that at the very end of my 3,000 bet, it should make me profitable. Or it'll be one of those days where I go, wow, I earned like 30 tokens. And if I really researched it, it's because I won a 50 near the bottom, starting me over. And keeping me spinning for a long time because it didn't get me to 1,000 profitability. And obviously, if I ever hit the 900, so the 900 times 50 would be 45,000 Satoshis. So that would definitely stop me, and I would definitely have had a nice little profitable yay. I've also done this sometimes with 75 BTC or 75 sats or 100 sats, depending on if I'm gonna up my if I haven't played in a few days and I have more to bet. And obviously you don't need to watch this. I'm just letting it roll while I'm talking. This is a little bit longer video. I don't know if anyone will even see this, but I'll have some links to all the platforms. Anybody who uses them, thank you very much. Once again, I'm working on growing this. I know I have to do some work on my channel. Any critiques are welcome, and everybody have a nice day and stay safe. Bye.